Okay, so we are in Hobart. Pretty awesome coming into town. There's that cycleway leads you right to the center, but does get a little bit awkward after that. If you look on Google Maps, it has all these green dotted lines. Apparently that's like a bike-friendly street. In the center of Hobart, it's a lie. Those are not bike-friendly streets. That was a little bit rough getting in here. Anyway, yeah, we're at our warm showers host. He's a lovely guy. We've pretty much got the place to ourselves. Not that we're going to be spending any time here. Bonnie's heard about this, it's like this urban stream that goes through all these tunnels, and the tunnels have sort of become like an unofficial street art gallery. So from what I understand, like you need a head torch and sturdy footwear to get there, so that's going to be interesting. Other than that, we might check out some museums, and yeah, we're off for a wander around Hobart. Within minutes of leaving the house, we accidentally stumbled across Hobart's farmers market, and it wasn't long before we began to find evidence of our underground creek. But before we could investigate further, it was time to check out Mawson's hut.
Mawson's Hut's replica museum is the world's only reconstruction of the research huts used by famed Australian geologist, explorer, and academic Douglas Mawson during his 1911 Australasian Antarctic expedition. Mawson was one of the most prominent figures during the heroic age of Antarctic exploration, an era of scientific and geological breakthroughs carried out on the world's most isolated continent from the late 19th to the early 20th centuries. The museum displays relics from this era, including Mawson's sled dogs, equipment used on his expeditions, personal letters, and photos of his team.
Your dining train has arrived. Please take your food and press the red button. Enjoy!
Yay! So exciting. Gyozas.
Take your food and press the red button. Enjoy!
Bye, train.
We searched for hours, but never did find a way into the minaret. I'm thinking maybe it's the kind of place that you really need to get into under cover of darkness, because the only place that seemed easy to get into was an area of the hospital that was heavily patrolled by security. So after that disappointment, we decided to head to a local brewery and drown our sorrows over a game of Battletoads, and made plans to visit the Cascades Female Factory the next morning.
During the 19th century, Tasmania was Australia's primary penal colony. Around 12,500 female convicts were transported to the island, where they were put to work in harsh, grueling labor camps known as female factories. The Cascades Female Factory opened in 1828. Convicts were led on a humiliating march from the docks in Hobart to the prison, and once inside, inmates spent their days washing endless amounts of linen, sewing uniforms, and unraveling tarred lengths of rope to be resold to the shipyards. Women who displayed good behavior and were considered reformed were hired out as maids or nannies to free citizens. However, any convict who became pregnant while on work release was sent back to the prison for the entire term of her pregnancy, and upon giving birth was punished with 6 months of hard labor, and her child was, of course, taken away from her.
Alright, yeah, this is us up here. Hey, cheers man, thank you. Cheers man, thank you. Alright. Bit narrow. Bit narrow. Good morning. We are back on the road. We just had an awesome few days in Hobart, which we really liked. Like as far as cities go, you know, we're not really city people. It was great. Like we had an amazing time. The warm showers we stayed with was great. What a lovely guy, and like super convenient spot. We were like, so it sort of felt like you were out of town, but you went out the front door and within like a minute you were like where all the shops and bars and stuff were. It was great. Yeah, last night we camped at this this little reserve. I can't remember what it's called. Hold on, the sign's over here. Brinktop Bushland Reserve. It's not a proper camp spot, but there's a sign here saying, you know, no trail bikes, no dogs, no four-wheel drive, no fires. Doesn't say anything about no camping. So yeah, it was great. Yesterday we spent most of the day just kind of getting out of Hobart, which took a little while. As much as it seems like quite a progressive city, their bike infrastructure kind of sucks. There's this one awesome bike lane that we took on the way into town, which you would have seen, but other than that, it was like we just walked everywhere while we were there. It was a nightmare doing anything on a bike. And then we went to the Pooseum. Okay.
I love that statue. Yes, please.
Ah, Poopy-Doo.
And then down, and it's like, you know, everyone else in the town doesn't want to come up with something included because I'm the apple.
How good was that? Who would have thought a museum to poo would be so amazing? Also, one thing about camping here, lads, I forgot to mention, is our little friend appeared all night trying to scrounge food. We named him Chanticleer. Hey Chanticleer. What should I feed him? Bit of broccoli?
Yeah.
Bit of cauliflower?
Yeah.
Another bit of cauliflower?
Yeah. And carrots.
A couple of little bits of carrot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he just said thank you.
Let him have it. So our plan today is to head down to Port Arthur. Now you'll remember we stayed with a friend in Torquay. Well, they have a cabin at Port Arthur that they're going to be at like this week. So we're going to go and stay with them again, which worked out amazing. Super kind of them to let us stay as well. and that means we get a couple of days to, you know, check out Port Arthur, have a look around, see all the convict history and stuff like that. It's going to rain the next few days as well, so we've lucked out once more. Means we get to stay out of the rain for a bit. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's go. Bye, Chanticleer. We're hitting the road now, buddy. You stay safe, behave yourself, don't harass people. Bye. As we were leaving camp, I discovered that the Snickers that I had in my little stem bag here has been eaten by a mouse. Not too pleased about that. Alright, so we just passed through Sorel, or Sorel. Not too much there, like I reckon there's a few cafes and stuff. But anyone passing through there, look at this truck. There's actually a water point beside the toilet dump point for the RVs. So if you go to like the RV park, you can stock up on water there. But since leaving there, this road is pretty honestly. It's really busy with traffic, it's narrow, it's not the best. There might be a better way to go, but we don't know it. Anyway, like I upload all of our rides to Strava, and there's a link in the description, so if you're planning on cycling a bit of Tassie, maybe you could like check on today's ride and don't take this road. It should be day 80. Okay, so we are closing in on Dunalley, whatever it is, which is the crossing point over to this sort of peninsula bit where we're going to find, you know, Eaglehawk Neck and Port Arthur and stuff like that. And you can really tell, like the whole landscape, the coastline's sort of narrowing into a point, and we're just following it there. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. Pretty amazing cycling so far. Makes up for all the hills. Alright, a swift lunch at the bakery in Dunalley, and it's time to cross over onto the peninsula. Is it a peninsula if we're about to cross a bridge to get to it? Yay, there's a path. Birds. It's like, oh, I like the boat. The guy's in it. Ah, the guy on the jet ski. Wild devil. There's Tassie devils here. There's wild Tasmanian devils here. So it looks like we're entering a wild devil like regeneration area or whatever. So I guess there's wild Tasmanian devils out here. I would love to see a Tasmanian devil. I doubt we're going to see one in the wild, but yeah, my childhood favorite cartoon was Taz. So yeah, let's go see some Tazes. Tazes. So we keep seeing signs for Cubed Coffee. Now, turns out Cubed Coffee is actually a friend of ours that we worked with. It's her fiance's sister, her sister-in-law to be, owns Cubed Coffee. And she said, when we told her we were heading this way, she said, you know, to look them up, maybe drop by. So yeah, apparently it's 800 meters on the left. Pretty nice stop, but it seems once again the rain has caught up with us. And check out that sky. Oh. Bonnie bought a poncho, a rain poncho in Hobart. It looks like she's having some issues with it. Okay, the problem with our little coffee stop is now we have to pedal back up this hill in the rain. Thankfully, it's not too far, but we were going to go to the tessellated pavement today, which would have made this a much bigger climb coming back again. But we've decided to go to the tessellated pavement on our way out of this area, because we'll be coming back this way, and it sort of makes sense to do it that way.
I'm giving a thumbs up, but you can't tell.
It looks pretty good actually. It looks like it's keeping most of you dry.
It's keeping my hands dry.
And I mean, you're gonna be hard to miss.
Exactly. This cafe has Jabba the Hutt out front. Oh, is it a seal? It's the Blue Seal Cafe. It's a seal. It's the Blue Seal Cafe. It looks like a slug. Okay, so after some poncho modifications, we're ready for round two. I think this time Bonnie's far less likely to blow away. Maybe. Okay. There's that.
Oh, you're doing that again,
Yeah.
and you're gonna like sit on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck. Godspeed.
How does it look though? Do I look? Nothing's.
It looks the same as it did earlier.
Nothing's touching the tires.
Oh no, I wouldn't worry about that. I don't
That's
think.
all I was worried about.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on you while we're pedaling. We'll see how this goes.
Okay.
All right, let's give it a go. Ready?
Now my hair's like up my nose. Okay.
All right. So it would have been nice to actually explore Eaglehawk Neck a little bit. Like, it looks like a super interesting area, but not in this weather. Funny enough, actually, it seems like the rain's eased off a little bit now, but it's still bloody miserable. There's a cold wind coming in off that water. However, we are only about 12, 13k from where we're staying tonight, so let's see how we go.